A high schooler trying to catch a serial killer. What could possibly go wrong? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chippy Cornet YouTube channel. Today I have something quite different from my usual videos, and it is that I will be drawing a character that is loosely based on Jazz from the book called I Hunt Killers. It's by this author called Lyga. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his last name, but I'll definitely write the book title and the author's name in the description box below. So anyways, I say loosely based because the only facial detail I remember from this book is that Jazz has brown eyes and that he's handsome. So this character is just from my mind of what he could possibly look like, and also the pose and the clothing, it's all referenced from a Google image. So anyways, on today's video I'll be talking about the book and what it's about, and if there's time, a little bit about my opinions on the book. So I Hunt Killers is about a high schooler named Jazz who is the son of a notorious serial killer who is safely behind bars. But this isn't the only thing that sets Jazz apart from other normal people. Jazz knows how to kill people, not because he's experienced in killing them, but because his father taught him how to kill and dispose of bodies ever since he was a kid. So, due to this knowledge, Jazz knows how serial killers think, so when a body is found in the town of Lobos Nod, Jazz suspects that it's the work of a serial killer, and he'll go to great lengths in order to capture them before more bodies pile up. So that's pretty much the main synopsis of this book. This was quite an interesting book to read, especially for a young adult book, because I didn't expect this sort of content. Of course, YA has changed a lot in the past years. I honestly give this book 4 out of 5 stars. Author did a great job. In my opinion, it wasn't super gory or super dark or anything like that, but for some people I can see it possibly being a problem. If it sounds good to you, I definitely recommend you go read it, and from here onwards I'll probably talk about more spoilery stuff, so don't listen if you plan on reading the book. Oh, and also there's 2 more books in this trilogy, since this is the first book, and I haven't read those 2 yet. I don't know if I will though, so we'll see about that. If you don't want any spoilers, stop listening right now. Okay, so I'm guessing you guys are the ones who either don't care for the book or just want to be spoiled about it, so I'll let you know the deets. Jazz obviously sees a corpse and he's just like, yo, that's the work of a serial killer, and he goes to the sheriff and he's like, yo, serial killer, big time. And the sheriff is just like, nah son, it ain't the work of a serial killer, which was really annoying to read because Jazz had all these reasons of why it's a serial killer, and the sheriff was like in denial for the longest time, and they do mention the reason why the sheriff was in such denial, but it was also kind of like, dude, you just need to realize what's going on and stop shutting this kid down. Obviously this kid knows what he's talking about because, hello, his father is a serial killer. So I didn't really understand that sort of mindset. It made the adults seem really stupid. So yeah, that was annoying. And you see, this is the part where I have to remind myself that this book is obviously based on a high school kid's mentality. Of course he's going to think differently and be more impulsive rather than thinking logically most of the time. So there are moments where he seemed to be like, oh, I just need to do this and this and this because like these adults are incompetent, which to be fair sometimes they were, but it does bite him in the butt later, that's for sure. So it was nice to see that the adults sort of make a comeback and teach him like, no, you can still trust the adults around you. I love the characters for the most part. There were definitely characters in there where I was like, ooh, I really want to like just like slap them across the face because they're so like just annoying. So the author did a great job because you ended up disliking the characters that you were kind of meant to dislike, and you lean towards more characters that you were supposed to like. I hope I'm making sense, but that's the only way that I can think of wording it. And as for the suspect serial killer, you know, I said that this is a spoilery review, but listening to myself, I'm still very vague about it, so I guess that's kind of a good thing. We'll see. Anyway, the suspected serial killer, I liked how in this book there were chapters where you would know what the serial killer is thinking, and it would talk about like what actions he's doing at that moment and tidbits here and there. It wasn't like all throughout the book, it would just be like the odd short chapter here and there, and I really like that touch because you're kind of just like, oh, what's he thinking, like what's he gonna do next, and that was really cool. And as for reading the other 2 books in this trilogy, I don't know, it wasn't a bad way to end. It was one of those endings where I'm content with it. I don't really need to read the next book. I could, and I'm pretty sure I would enjoy it anyway, but it's definitely not one of those, oh, I have to find out what happens next. I have to. Like, I'm not searching for the next book, that's for sure. Maybe 4 out of 5 was a bit much. Maybe it's like a good 3 out of 5. It's between the 3-star or 4-star range, but I do suggest you check it out if you kind of want a slow way to integrate yourself into more thriller / like murder stories. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you lasted this long through this audio, major props to you, you're a trooper. And tell me down below, is this something that's interesting? Is it not interesting? I'm talking about the audio, obviously, because I never know what to talk about in these videos. So yeah, let me know down below. I have no idea what to do for next week's video, but I guess we'll both see what I come up with. Hopefully I come up with something. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and listening, you guys. I hope you guys have a lovely day or night, and see you guys next time. Bye.